It's Ronan Segal, your accordion teacher, and today I have a tutorial about figuring out the left hand of a song, the rhythm patterns and how to practice it. I did a similar video a few weeks ago, maybe a few months ago now, but I wanted to look at an example of a very specific song. So this song is called Biscaya. It's I think by a German composer, at least the sheet music that a student sent me is in German. It's not my sheet music, so I might just show you a few lines. It's not mine to distribute. But I thought let's go through how to learn the song. Specifically the left hand, because it's a little bit tricky. There's an odd rhythm. Let's go through it. So the first thing that I do, the students sent me a performance, and I try and listen to as many performances of the piece as possible. So let's just have a listen together, and I'll talk through the process. It's quite logical what I'm doing. There's no magic in music. Sure, there's a bit of leniency. There's a bit of room for play, but in general, we use a few guiding principles. So let's have a look. So, I'm trying to replicate the rhythm. It seems a bit tough just because he's doing two hands together. I'm going to listen to it again. I have the sheet music here. Okay, so right. So what's happening there? How did I get to that? I was listening, and just listening, it seemed quite tricky. And so I have the sheet music here, which said, hey, this song is in D minor, and it goes to a C major. Good. I like sheet music. It helps. You can't just rely on your ear. But then I watched the musician play and start to play along, right? And I noticed in my mind a minute ago, my melody, my rhythm that I said with my mouth was incorrect. What he's doing is simpler. And how did I get to that? I have 2 or 3 rhythms that I know. I know an pa. I know what I call an alternate bass technique. Right, on accordionlove.com, there's a section called alternate bass technique. And this is an alternate bass technique with a bit of a modified rhythm. Bass tone, bass tone, right? Now, just reading the sheet music, that doesn't translate well. This says D-da, right? It loses, it's correct, but it loses that the feel, the flow, right? So the sheet music is helping me. It tells me what the chord is and a little bit about what the rhythm's about. I'm sure there's no time signature there, but in general, what I want is... So how do we practice that? How do we step away from the sheet music or use the sheet music as an assistance tool, but then bring musicality? So how I do that is, do I know the alternate bass technique? I do. And I'm just practicing my D minor. I'm not looking at the sheet music, just D minor alternate bass technique. Good. Maybe. How does it go? There, if you have a metronome, good. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Slow. And then I'm starting to do my exercises on putting hands together by singing over my left hand. We're dissecting this rhythm. Then the next chord, C major. I'm going to move from my D minor to C major. That's how I would practice it. Back and forth. My right hand hasn't done anything yet. I haven't even taken a look at the melody. I should be able to do this and talk or sing. Ba 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 da 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 da. Good. Thumbs up. That's my practice. Good. I think that's my practice. That's what I was doing here by playing along to the recording. If you have a recording, play along to it. Right? And especially with the sheet music, play along. Super cool. Good. How I would go along, that's the end for the left hand explanation. That's the answer to which left hand chords do I play? How do I practice the rhythm? How do you know which left hand rhythm to apply to the song? Watch my other video, which is, it's quite arbitrary which left hand rhythm you should play. But if you want to play the way that the recording is, that's how I would practice it. That's how I would practice it. I'll give 2 or 3 more minutes about how to learn the rest of the song. I have lots of videos. Is start breaking it down. So I'm starting to look at the melody, right? I'm going to read the sheet music. Rewind the audio a bit. That's all I'm going to try and memorize. Do 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 do. Because I have the sheet music, I'm going to try and play from the sheet music, right? So maybe just this bar. Do 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 do. Trying not to look at the sheet music. Is that what it is? 3. Right? Together. Little by little, building complexity. Started off with just a right hand. Again, I'm not looking at the sheet music. Trying to memorize one phrase at a time. Good. Then trying to introduce my left hand. Good. Together. If I'm having trouble, I dissect where I have trouble. And again, going back to that coordinating hands together, maybe just tap. Good. Same thing with my right hand. Tap out the rhythm. Right? And ultimately bring in that melody, right? And again, understanding what the chords of the song are, D minor to C major, you could already start improvising over it, right? I'm just playing the triads. And there is a section later in the song where that happens, right? The person does arpeggios. Yeah, so that's how we build. That's how I learn a song, and that's how I suggest you learn a song. Starting off really simply in your 15 minutes of practice every day. That's what building on the song looks like. Yeah, I hope that answers your question if you had a question about that, and I hope you enjoy it. I'll leave a link to all of the resources in the video description, and this is a great song, so we might do a tutorial really soon. Thank you.